Hi everyone, Lisa Stones-Peck of Spellbound Miniatures here. Welcome back to the second video in our Bitesize series, how to create a 12th scale miniature room box on your Cricut Maker. If you saw the first video, you'll know now how to set up your mat and what came with the machine in terms of mats and blades and what else you needed for this project. So today we're going to look at design space. Hopefully you've done the project that came with your Cricut Maker. It's a really good way of getting used to design space and mats and materials and swapping them out for different blades. So if you haven't done that, I suggest you go and do that and then come back and meet me here in Design Space. If you haven't yet downloaded Design Space, go to Cricut.com and that will bring you to their homepage. It may not look exactly like this, they change it quite often. And you want to click over on the right where it says Design. That will bring you to this page where you can create a Cricut ID if you haven't got one already, or you can log in with your email address and password if you've already done that. I use the Cricut Design Space desktop app. You can use it in a browser or on an iPad or iPhone, but to use the knife blade you need to be either on a PC or on a Mac. For some reason, iOS does not support the use of the knife blade. Once you've logged in, it will bring you to this screen. This is the home screen of Design Space. And if you click up on the top left there next to the word Home, this is how you access your settings menu. And from this menu, you can set up your new machine, you can calibrate your blades, and you can also access the settings to change from imperial, i.e. inches on your canvas, to metric, which is centimetres, or centimetres back to inches if you need those. Then you can go back up to the top and click Home. This will bring you back to the home screen. You click on New Project and that takes us to the canvas. We're going to create a new project. This is called the canvas. And we're going to upload an image. If you don't know how to save an SVG bundle or unzip one onto your laptop, we've done another mini tutorial. I'll put the link for that below. But we're going to assume now that you have got the SVG on your computer. We click Browse. I've got mine saved in a folder called Room Box on my desktop. And today we're just going to look at the Room Box Structure SVG. We open that, that's what it should look like, and we click Save. So we then select it and insert the image onto the canvas. It looks quite large. Over here you'll see that you can reduce the size there so that you can see all of the file on your canvas. This green square, the lime green square, is the one that helps us scale it. So if we come over and click the eye to hide everything and then come down and unhide the green square, when we click on that directly, you'll see that it measures 1 inch by 1 inch square, and that means that this file is exactly 12th scale. If you don't know what your settings are, come down to settings, and imperial is inches and metric will be in centimetres. So you need to have it in imperial to be able to check the dimensions of this green square. So we come back over and double click that, and that shows all of these pieces. We don't want to cut the green square, so we hide that. And also this piece in blue is to represent a piece of acetate or plastic if you wanted to cut one and put it in the picture frame window to protect your room box from dust. I'm not going to cut that on this video, so I'm going to hide that one too. As we look through the other pieces, the two largest pieces are the ceiling and the floor of the room box. These are the two side walls. This is the front opening, which is a picture frame style. And then this is the back wall, and hence why we've got the two letters B and W on it. It's very close inside to the side walls. It's about 4 mils short. If you're happy that you'll be able to look at these three pieces and know that that's the back wall, you don't need to do the next stage. but it's handy to watch this, that if you ever get SVGs where they've got numbers or letters labelling the parts and you want to keep them that way, this is how you do it. At the moment, this file is a group, so we ungroup it. You'll see here the B and the W, currently they say cut. So we can change that to draw. And you can see there's the faint outline of them there. Then we select the pieces and the back wall piece and we click attach. Now what that's done is it's attached these letters as writing onto the back wall panel. So if we come over now and click Make It, you'll see down here that it says draw and cut. So when it comes to this mat, it will ask us to put a pen into clamp A and it will write the letters before it then cuts the pieces. So that's really handy if you want to do that. The material size is 12 by 12. It's actually the mat that's 12 by 12. Our material is 11 by 11. We don't need to mirror this. So, and you can see there that it uses 6 pieces of chipboard. So we click continue. It's now looking for my machine. While it's doing that, it's handy to know that you could come over here. You don't have to cut in this order. If you wanted to do this one first, you just click on it. And if if it's mucked up a mat and you just need to go back and click one of them, you can do that there. So you don't have to do it in this order. Right, looking at the materials, I already have heavy chipboard here on my favourites menu. If you didn't have that, you click Browse All Materials. You can go into the search box and type chipboard. It's actually in the artboard section here, heavy chipboard 2mm, and you'll see that it is a Cricut brand product. I've highlighted the star here and that puts it into the favourites menu here. So we select heavy chipboard. The material says heavy chipboard 2mm. There's a warning triangle. Move the star wheels all the way to the right. And if you did watch video number 1, you know we've already done that. Make sure the material is no wider than 11 inches and it's secured to the strong grip mat, which is the purple one, using masking tape on all 4 sides. So you know we've done that already. The pressure can't be changed because this is using the knife blade, which is one of the geared housings. So at the minute it just says load the knife blade into clamp B and then load the mat and press the load and unload button. So we're going to go over to the machine now and we'll show you how to do that. Okay, so you can probably just about see this light here is flashing. This is the arrow. And we want to make sure when we put the mat in that it's got the Cricut at the top. It's the right way up with the triangle there. I'll just make sure you can see that. And that makes sure that this gap is correct. And you also need to make sure that there's 2 little lugs here that you slide the mat under both of those and make sure your wheels are all the way to the right. Now it's handy to always just support the mat at this end, and you don't need to push it into the machine, but certainly just add some tension there whilst you press the feed button. And then when it's happy, this light starts flashing, the Cricut light, and we press go. What you need to make sure is there's enough room behind your machine for the mat to come in and out at the back. And if not, you can always move the machine forward slightly. So we press go. You can hear the pressure building up there. Now I've just pressed the pause button there so I can talk to you. You can press the pause for any reason. It doesn't interrupt anything. The only thing that matters is if you press eject, then it won't necessarily always cut the same lines again. So I'm going to let the machine carry on now, and we'll come back later when we've cut this piece out. And you can see here in Design Space, it shows you how far through the cutting process you are and roughly how many minutes remaining. I don't think you ever need 24 passes, so once it gets to about between 10 and 14, I pay quite close attention to it. Okay, so that was on number 10 of 24 passes, and I paused it, and I don't know if you can see there, it's already lifting out off the mat. So I'm happy. I press eject, and if I can show you closer up here, you can see there. So all we would do now is, it's much easier to turn the mat over and peel the mat away from your cut pieces. And then we would load up the next piece of chipboard, and then we'll go again. So now we've cancelled the cut midway through one. It hasn't automatically gone on to two. All we need to do is click to ourselves. It's all cut, which is what we need it to be. There's no writing or drawing going on. And then we just go back over to the machine and press the arrows to load the mat again. So the arrow is flashing. Make sure we've got the mat under the two little lugs. Support it at the back and press it to feed it in. Press the flashing Cricut button and off it goes again. Okay, I've just finished the second piece and I'm going to just jump ahead to mat 6. If you notice here at the minute it says no tool required in clamp A, but if I click on mat 6 now, it changes it to load black pen in clamp A and still the knife blade in clamp B. So we're going to go over to the machine now and do that and show you how that works out. So here we have again another piece of chipboard taped to the mat as before, but this is the Cricut pen that came with the machine for the first card, so you can just about see that. They always say also to store your pens that way up, never store them that way up, so the ink doesn't run out. We push that in there and there's an arrow, and when you push it in you hear it definitely click, and then you close the clamp over. And again, put the mat in, making sure it's under those lugs, support it at the back and press the feed button. Wait for the Cricut light to flash and press go. I'm just going to pause that to take that out so it doesn't dry out anymore, and also to see that it actually drew those letters really well. We'll see that in a minute. I'll just let the rest of the mat come back out. There we are. So I think that's really good. This is a way of you labelling your pieces if you need to. It's a little extra step, attaching it, converting it to write. But if you've got some pieces that look very similar, this is quite a handy trick to know. So I'm just going to let this carry on again now, and I'll see you when I've cut all the pieces.